Ever been cheated on and plotted the ultimate revenge? In this ProRevenge post, we've got not one, but two wild stories of payback you won't see coming.
This story takes place in high school when a 16-year-old me was truly in love with his future wife. Cringe, I know. I'm on the autism spectrum, so I apologize if this isn't grammatically correct. Back in 2016, I was dating a girl, let's call her Haley, for at least 2 months. I thought everything was great. I was happy, she was happy, our friend group was happy. Everything seemed perfect. Then one day, whilst at school, one of the girls in our friend group, we'll call her Emily, came up to me and said that she thinks Haley is cheating on me with some guy that goes to a nearby school. Of course, I thought it was nonsense, and being the naive 16-year-old I was, I dismissed it without even listening. Fast forward 2 weeks later, I was walking down the street with my mom and brother when I saw Haley with another guy. At first, I thought maybe he was just a friend of hers, until I saw her kiss him, with full tongue. On a side note, if you're gonna tongue kiss someone, please don't do it in a grocery store. I was in denial. I was angry, confused, depressed. It felt like life wasn't worth it anymore. I ended up calling Emily and just said, "You were right." Emily immediately rushed over to my place, gave me a hug, and said,
"It's okay."
Before you ask, no, nothing happened between us. We had a brother-sister kind of friendship. I asked Emily how long she suspected Haley was cheating, and she said,
"I've known for a month."
I, of course, lashed out at her, feeling betrayed. But luckily, Emily calmed me down, and we just talked. Emily told me everything she knew. The guy was from another school. His name was Keith, fake name obviously. Emily was my rock through all of this. Now, the revenge. After about 3 days of going no contact with Haley, I began plotting my revenge. I wanted her to feel some of the pain I felt when I saw her. Now, fun fact about Haley. She had a younger sister, let's call her Molly, who was obsessed with me. It was very easy to see, even to the densest of people, that this girl was crazy about me. It made me uncomfortable during my relationship with Haley, but I put up with it for her. I think you can already tell where this is going. I started texting Molly a lot. We would sometimes text late at night, and we sort of became friends. After a month of texting and pretending to care about Haley, I made my move on Molly. I started sending flirty texts, and she did too. Eventually, flirty texts turned into pictures, and I finally told Molly what my intentions were. I told her that I wanted to cheat on Haley with her. And to my surprise, Molly said,
"That which deserves that, after what she's been doing to you."
My assumption has always been that Molly knew. We both started planning for us to meet. We ultimately decided to meet at my place, on Haley's birthday. On the day, I texted Haley, "Hey, I can't come to your birthday party. I'm sick and vomiting." All the while, Molly was on her way over. When Molly showed up, we started making out, and I'll leave out the rest. Naturally, I told Molly to take a picture of us kissing, full tongue in my bed, so she could give Haley a birthday present from both of us. The result was glorious. Haley called me over and over, but I ignored it. Eventually, I picked up and gaslit the hell out of her. She started crying, saying,
"How could you do this to me with my sister?"
And I simply said, "Ask Keith," and hung up. We of course broke up. Molly and I never really dated or anything. We didn't have that kind of attraction. Molly and Haley hated each other for years, and I ended up moving to a different town and school. I wish I could tell you that Haley's life was horrible after this event, but life doesn't go the way you want it to. I randomly reunited with both Molly and Haley years later, as adults. And would you believe it? Haley was getting married, and Molly was her maid of honor. We caught up, chatted, Haley apologized and I apologized, and things seemed good. When Molly and I were alone, we talked about how life had been going, and she said,
"Damn, we were dumb kids."
And that was that. Last I heard of Haley, she's happily married with a 1-year-old. Molly is focusing on her career, and I'm happy with my partner, who I'm looking to propose to in a couple of months.
After that jaw-dropping tale of revenge involving a boyfriend cheating with his girlfriend's sister, we're diving into another wild story that proves life is often stranger than fiction. Ever wonder what happens when a tech-savvy husband catches his cheating wife? Spoiler alert, It involves keyloggers, a lot of drama, and one very public meltdown. Buckle up. This real-life story is about to blow your mind.
Someone posted a story earlier that was a bit too close to a true story that I was involved in. I previously shared it as a comment in another sub, and I thought I'd share the real story. This takes place before smartphones were omnipresent. I had a friend, we'll call him Bob, that was suspicious of his wife's social circle. One of her closest friends had been caught cheating and tried to throw her under the bus as well. Bob had no proof, and things settled down for a while. Bob was an information technology, IT, professional and very, very good with PCs and networks. Nearly a year later, Bob's wife started acting shady again after her high school reunion. He confides in me and we talked through some scenarios. He jokingly mentioned a keylogger. He finally asked me to just drop it and, most of all,
don't tell anyone, not even your wife.
A couple of months pass and I'm up early, around 5:30 or 6, getting ready for work. I get a Facebook Messenger notification and see that I've been sent a link from Bob, but it's a group chat. It's literally everyone we know. Her family, his family, our friends, strangers, everyone. I didn't open it. It looked like a phishing link even though it came from him, someone who's extremely cautious. A short while later, I get an email from Bob with some ominous, unsavory comments and the same link. It's a group email with the recipients open copied. His wife's work, her family, her friends, his family, other people I didn't know. I knew it was legitimate now, so I opened it. The link was to a hastily made website containing pictures and videos of his wife and another man. This wasn't hidden camera footage, it was screenshots, including video screen captures. Weeks worth of screenshots. He had captioned each item with snarky comments and colorful names for his wife and her lover. It was an embarrassing amount of evidence, videos of her masturbating with her lover, chat logs about how they couldn't wait to sleep together again, solo masturbation videos of her and him, tons of pictures. And the straw that broke the camel's back? Trash talking her husband to her lover. Comments about how much bigger and better he was. Her efforts to stroke her lover's ego were especially hurtful. I dropped what I was doing and called him. He was drunk and combative, had been up all night making the website, and was drowning in liquor. Not one good word to say about women in general. He was extremely emotional, but after some work, I convinced him to take the website down before it did irreparable damage to his marriage, their careers, and his children. As he's sobbing and logging in to remove the website, I hear loud yelling as she bursts into the room. A screaming match ensues, and there's nothing I can do to pull him back. Apparently, her mother or sister saw the page, blew up her phone until she woke up and answered. She saw the website and went on the offensive. The phone call drops after 30 seconds of her screaming, while Bob is calling her a prostitute, and I can't contact him again. The website was still up for the rest of the day, and he was kind enough to put a view counter on it. Hundreds of people watched her masturbating with a married former classmate. Bob had done his homework. He installed a keylogger that records the whole screen. When he was out, she would log into the PC or Facebook and play with her boyfriend. Bob had found her lover, his family, his wife's family, his job, and so on. All these people were included in the Facebook and email groups. I do not know what became of her lover and his marriage, but I do know what happened to Bob's life. His wife was desperate to make amends. She tried and offered everything. In the end, it was her comments about her lover and his prowess that were her undoing. Bob tried to take her back, even after all his friends and family had seen her naked and cheating. But he couldn't get over the comments about his manhood. Bob eventually left her, gained about 100 pounds, and then finally moved as far away as possible, becoming a horrible human being. I have no idea what he's doing now, as he went scorched earth with most friendships and his family. She's gross and has a face shaped like a bowling ball now.
Wrap on this wild ride. If you enjoyed the chaos, hit that like button and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories. Until next time, stay nosy